On this episode of Rage Against the Cage, I tell you why it took me 12 years to get into the water with the great white sharks after initially signing up to do so. It wasn't fear. The reason will likely surprise you. I spent 15 hours and 30 minutes underwater in the 3 days we were able to dive with the great white sharks. Most of that time, we were aware of at least one shark being in the water near us. At one point, there were 5 swimming around our cages. Watching them was exciting and thrilling, calming and relaxing. So it's this gray, cold January day in Chicago. They're predicting snow tonight, but who knows? We are about 8 months out, and I am now officially signed up for my great white shark vacation. This is actually the second time I have booked and put a deposit down on one of these trips. The first one didn't work out, but it was about 12 years ago, and I was 29. I was looking for a way to celebrate my 30th birthday that was coming up, and I figured, what better way to celebrate a new decade than with this amazing adventure? So I did my research and I found a tour group that I was really comfortable with and signed up. And then I started telling my friends that on my 30th birthday, on my actual birthday, I was going to be in the water swimming with the great white shark. I mean, I was going to be in a cage, but still, cages, in the water and they're swimming around and pretty awesome, right? My friends thought I was crazy. My buddy Vince, who's still trying to talk me out of this trip, thought he was really clever when he would say, "Casey, let me get this straight. You're going to get into a cage. Cage goes in the water. Sharks in the water. Arr, shark." You get the reference, right? Other friends said, "Casey, you're nuts, but if this is how you're going to celebrate your 30th birthday, what are you going to do to top it when you turn 40? And I would kind of do this dramatic pause, and then I would look them directly in the eye and say, "Get out of the cage." Well, I'm 41 years old now, and I hope I'm smart enough to stay in the cage, but truth be told, if I have the opportunity, I don't know that I'm going to have a choice. I'm going to have to get out of the cage. In the 12 years since that first trip didn't work out, I have looked into this vacation multiple times. And the reason that I haven't signed up for another one until now might surprise you. It's not because I'm afraid of the sharks. I'm not. I love the great white. I look at these animals and I just see beauty. I marvel at creation when I look at still images of them or video. They're these perfect predators of the sea. It's not a fear of the shark that has me hesitant in signing up. The reason I haven't signed up until now is because I'm afraid I'm going to get bored. I mean, look, you get in the cage and you're in the water and the great whites are swimming around and it's got to be amazing. And then a few hours after that, you're in the cage and the sharks are swimming. And a few hours after that, cage and sharks. And the day after that, and then the day after that, you're in the cage and the sharks are swimming around. And I'm just concerned that with my shortened attention span, that I'm going to get bored. That diving with the great whites isn't going to be enough of an adventure for me. There was only one dive where I didn't see a single shark. On my first dive, at 6 a.m. on the first day, my first shark sighting didn't happen until I was underwater for 45 minutes. But here's the thing, I just like being underwater. Hearing the sounds of the ocean and seeing the schools of fish swimming, I find myself at peace. I become centered. My cares concern me no longer. The proverbial voices in my head, they are silenced. I'm less distracted and more aware. It's a happy place for me. I just like being underwater. Being underwater with other divers guarantees some antics are coming. However, when the sharks come around, the antics stop. These animals command our attention, and the enjoyment of being underwater dramatically increases. So we are out here on the open ocean, and we're just a couple hours from land, and so this trip is really close to over. And as I look back on it, I can't believe that I was concerned that I was going to get bored. What a nut. Yesterday I had a long dive. There were a couple surface intervals where basically I changed batteries in my cameras and grabbed a bite to eat and a quick glass of water, but those intervals were so short that my dive computer recorded it as one dive, and it lasted 4 hours and 20 minutes. During parts of that dive, there was this burst of energy from the sharks as they would go after the bait, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And then other times, the sharks were just swimming around, and it was like watching a fish in a fish tank. That's a calming experience. In my life, I kind of have two types of vacations. There's the type of vacation that I have where it's just go, 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 and I get back and I need a vacation to recover from my vacation. And then there are other vacations where I come back relaxed, calm, at peace. And this really was that kind of trip. There was energy, there was bursts of excitement. But as I make my way back, I feel relaxed. I'm really glad I did this. On the next episode of Rage Against the Cage, I get out of the cage. Subscribe now.